Welcome to the High Line in New York City. I'm Jen, your local guide, and this is the ultimate guide to everything you need to know about the High Line, this elevated park that used to be a freight rail line. This is a top bucket list item, but you might be wondering which way to walk across it, when is the best time to visit, a little bit about the history, and where are the best photo locations. I'm going to share all of these and more in partnership with Urban Adventures and Samuel Hubbard Shoes. Keep watching, click subscribe, and let's go. This is an extra special video for me because this is actually the first video I ever filmed. When I first wanted to do video, I filmed a video here on the High Line. It was terrible, so you will never find it anywhere. But it has a special place in my heart because I came here when it first opened, the first section in 2009, and I knew it was special. It was before there were even crowds. Now it's a little busier, as you can tell, but it is still worth visiting, and I highly recommend visiting early to avoid some of the crowds. What I love most about the High Line is this overgrown feeling of all of this greenery around these preserved tracks. It is so stunning, and it seriously feels like an oasis in the middle of the city. So you're probably wondering, how do you walk across the High Line? My number one tip is you definitely need to wear comfortable shoes. I am so happy to be partnering with Samuel Hubbard because their shoes are actually ridiculously comfortable and perfect for walking a long period of time in the city. The High Line is 1.5 miles long, so you're gonna wanna be comfortable. My number two tip is to get here early. I cannot stress it enough. It gets so crowded later in the day, especially on a weekend. It can be like person-to-person crowded and you have no space. So get here early if you want to enjoy sort of that peaceful quiet that makes this space so special. If you saw my Brooklyn Bridge video, you know there's a better way to walk across the Brooklyn Bridge, but there is no wrong way to walk across the High Line. If you start at 14th Street near the Whitney and Chelsea Market, you can walk up, or if you start at the Vessel near 34th Street, you can walk down. Depends on where you want to end up and how much time you have. Walking across this actually technically takes 30 minutes, but let's be realistic, you're gonna wanna take photos. If you're me, you're gonna wanna take videos. I will take at least 2 hours to walk across this, but maybe it'll take you about 1 hour, let's be real. I highly recommend ending at 14th near Chelsea Market so you can enjoy all the amazing eats, including one of my favorites, Los Tacos Numero Uno. Okay, let's go join the Urban Adventures tour through the High Line and Chelsea, and then at the end I'm gonna share the top things, secrets that I learned from the tour. It used to be called Death Avenue because unfortunately many people were killed by trains along 10th Avenue. The railroads would hire West Side cowboys on horses to help make sure that citizens crossed the street safely. In 1933, the first train ran along the High Line, which was called the West Side Elevated Line. It ran through the National Biscuit Company, which is now known as Nabisco, which is now Chelsea Market. Interstate trucking took over and halted the freight train system. As legend has it, the last train in 1980 for Thanksgiving was carrying frozen turkeys. Over time, this area got overgrown by greenery through seeds that were dropped by birds and trains. It was so overgrown, it was considered an ugly eyesore. Many landlords were fighting to take it down and demolish it. There were a lot of people that always constantly won though, and the public always, fought against them. One of Mayor Giuliani's last actions in office was to sign for the demolition of the High Line. They started Friends of the High Line to save this area, and they even had a design competition to see what it would look like. One design even included a whole swimming pool all across this space. Can you imagine? The High Line has inspired similar elevated parks all around the world, and there's even an underline in Miami. In addition to constantly changing art exhibitions, there are so many amazing events here. I highly recommend, especially in the warmer months, coming to all the dances, performances, and there's even stargazing on the High Line. And now what you've been waiting for, some of my top favorite Instagram locations. There is no bad place to take a photo on the High Line, but here are my top 11 favorite photo locations.
For this walkthrough, I started at about 13th Street and walked up towards the vessel at Hudson Yards. It was a very sunny day at 8 a.m. in the summer, so note if you come a little bit earlier, the light might be even softer and there might be less visitors. Take a photo with the constantly changing art displays, like these stunning archways which were just installed. 10. I love the juxtaposition of the old railroad tracks with the overgrown greenery around them, found throughout the High Line. 1/3 of the original tracks are preserved and incorporated into the design. Nine, I love the spot with the crisscrossing tracks. Follow me on Instagram for more. 8. I love how they design these benches and lounge chairs, some of which move on the tracks. 7. One of the most popular photo locations is here with the bridge in the background. Six, right after taking that shot, go down the stairs to this slightly hidden walkway, which is totally forgotten about for photos with less people, even on a crowded day. 5. This walkway's lines of lights can make a fun shot if it's not too crowded before the stalls open. One of my favorite shots has to be down these stairs with all of the traffic behind you. Three, past these rows of benches, on an even clearer day, you can see the Statue of Liberty perfectly framed between the High Line and this bridge. Two, here is an awesome angle of the Empire State Building through the flowers. One, I also love taking photos on these walkways above the stairs like this one.
Kids are going to need to eat something.
The other walkway that has great architecture behind it is at 520 West 28th Street in front of the unique building by Zaha Hadid. In the the end, really any shot on this elevated park framed by greenery is amazing.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like and subscribe button and share it with friends. As always, say yes to new adventures, and I'll see you next time. Bye!